The audio from the Tory Lanez trial have been leaked. All right, let's get into this. Okay, if you haven't already heard, they leaked the audio from the jail call that Tory made to Kelsey, and they leaked the audio of the interview that Kelsey made with the investigators, 3 months ago? And I'm going to keep it a buck. It is not looking good for Tory Lanez. But I'm not going to lie. You smell that? Because I do. I smell propaganda. This is very convenient timing, especially when we could see that the court of public opinion is clearly still split. There's a lot of people who after the court case are saying something is fishy. Now, I'm not going to go out of my way to play all this long ass audio and try to dissect shit. I'm going to just literally tell you how I feel, and you can go and watch the audio wherever you can find it somewhere else, all right? Okay, so if you've actually been paying attention to the trial, you'd realize that all of this information isn't exactly new, but we received it before through writing, and now we get a lot more context because we get to actually hear it. And that being said, now I kind of get a little bit more of an understanding why the jurors would be swayed to go in the direction that they did. But let's not forget that tape, that interview with Kelsey, she admitted to lying on the whole thing. And if you want to keep it a buck, I think that there was some sort of communication between her and Meg, where Meg was trying to get her to corroborate her story. Because if you really listen to the interview with Kelsey, it looks really bad on Tory because Kelsey is basically saying everything Meg said and omitting the same amount of information that Meg said. So let's pretend that Kelsey and Meg's story matches, right? That still leaves me with a lot of questions. First of all, why was the gun residue still on Kelsey? How did the gun residue get on Kelsey at this point? Why were the shell casings found in people's yards and all this type of shit? Like, it wasn't found at the scene of where they described it if he was to shoot over the top of the car. Why did the witness, the only witness, say that Kelsey is the one who shot first and then Tory shot everywhere after? And I find that very convenient because they're really trying to omit the information of everything that led up to the shooting. And we can't forget, who is the prime suspect after Tory Lanez? It's definitely Kelsey. And we're trying to act like she doesn't have something to protect for herself? Let's not forget, Megan said that she paid for an apartment for Kelsey. Why is that part always forgotten, but we're acting like Tory's the one who's been bribing Kelsey? There's been no proof of everything. Everything that we're trying to say that Tory did or lied about, we don't have actually concrete proof. For that phone call, that jail call to Kelsey, we don't have any proof of him saying that he shot her. He was apologizing. He could have been apologizing for mad shit. And listening to the context, I honestly do believe that he's just apologizing for starting that whole scenario, because that whole thing would not have started if he didn't say what he said in the car about sleeping with both of them. And that triggered the altercation throughout the whole thing. So I get him wanting to be the bigger man and try to take responsibility for the whole thing, saying, don't worry, all the backlash is going to fall back on me. Now look, I understand. I am, at this point, I'm pretty biased. Like, the verdict came out and I'm just like, nah, fuck that shit. That nigga's innocent. So yeah, I can admit to my bias, but I'm not airheaded. I'm not delusional. I could still have some sense and still see when something is not adding up. And beyond a reasonable doubt, him being guilty of shooting her, no, that's not accurate. That's not right. That's not true. That's not fair. There's so much things going on that can't anybody see that something fishy is going on? Like, I swear to you, I feel like all of this only came out is because they can clearly see that the public is not completely swayed. There's the little pockets of the internet that's like, yo, Team Megan. Some people are going over to that side, but I feel like overall, lots of people are still like on the fence, knowing that something's not right about this whole situation, and it doesn't really suit the agenda of whoever's pulling the strings. Ooh, Rock Nation. Okay, so in conclusion, this doesn't really change anything for me, to be honest. I was already paying attention to the whole trial. I just got this all in writing. Now I do understand a little bit more why this swayed people's opinions, I guess. But for me, somebody who's a critical thinker, there's still so much unanswered and so much questions and so much reasonable doubt a part of this that, like, I still don't think he should have been found guilty even if he did shoot her. I don't think he did shoot her. I'm sticking with my theory that Kelsey tried to shoot her and he took the gun and rinsed the clip. But that's my opinion, not yours. But you could give me your opinion in your comments and let me know what's popping. And a next video is on the way, so stay tuned. Peace.